Angie's Kickin Country is here at the Service Club and at Tamworth Country Music Club in 2023, and I am chatting to a long-time, fantastic, epic entertainer, Col Finley. How are you?
Absolutely static. Had a fantastic show tonight, so thanks for coming.
Oh, you're so sensational. You really interact with the crowd so much, and I just absolutely love the energy that you have here at Tamworth Service.
Look, I really believe that we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the fans and the people that support country music. So I just try my best to make sure that everyone in the room is involved and a part of the show. And I'm getting older, I'm getting slower, but I can't help myself. But I just got to put that energy in there.
Yeah, so you get the family up like Diesel and your wife.
I know my young fella. He's 13 this year. He's now getting on stage and singing with me, and my beautiful wife, who hasn't been singing since her last album. Getting her back on stage is an amazing thing for me, because I truly believe she's one of the best female vocalists out there, and she's just a great person and deserves to have the accolades that she's getting. So yeah,
definitely haven't seen her for a while.
No, well, she's been a mum. You know, she took time off to become a mum and run a business in Mullaney, and she wants to do that, and she knows that it's nearly time for her to come back and start singing again, and I think it's perfect time now.
Yeah, she's been cutting hair, hasn't she?
She has, yeah. Look at mine.
Yeah.
Everyone goes, you got to go see a hairdresser. I married one.
You're leaving it like that. Looks good.
Well, look, while I can grow it, you know, you get to my age at 53, and you go, you know, a lot of my mates are all got no hair, and I'm like, well, I'm going to grow it while I can.
Yeah, and also I come across a song that you're missing somebody in your show today, and I realised that you did a song with Matt Scullion.
We did. We did a song as a tribute to the fires in 2020. And a song called From the Ashes, which was a song we wrote back in 2019, 2020, around that New Year's Eve sort of time, and we didn't release it for a couple of years purely because we didn't want to. We thought it wasn't the right time. We wanted to wait until it was the right time to recognise the people that supported those fires, which was the fireys, the SES, and Rural Bush Fire Brigade, and people like that, and to actually create a bit more awareness, because there's still people that are rebuilding and haven't got their insurance through and stuff like that. So we thought it was the right time to release it. Great song, and Matt is I call Matt the Australian historian through music. He's one of the best writers that tells a story about Australian history, and I just loved working with him. It was the first song that we've ever written together and performed together, and it was a great song and it did well on the charts, and we were really happy with it. So,
I remember hearing it, and it sort of put a tear in my eye, because it's a real right from the heart. Even all your songs are like that too. They put a lot of great effort, even the 51 years in your album, and also my mum feels like my grandmother, because to do with the jacaranda tree, I see lots of them in bloom, and my grandmother had one, and I remember I had my brother, and he used to climb up on the, down at my grandmother's house. We went back there, and every time I see those jacarandas, it reminds me of your song.
No, thank you. I love the song because it's a sort of story that tells about mine and Nellie's meeting, how we met and how we progressed through life, and those jacaranda trees sort of followed us through our life, going from Grafton to Tamworth, getting married in Tamworth, and then now living in Mullaney and having the jacaranda tree in the back. And it's probably one of the best songs I've written when it comes to stories and just the way it was melodic, and don't worry, they're just moving trees around here at the Services Club.
It's excusable.
Anything could happen on your show.
It is. We put up on podcasts, so
I love the song, and it's a great story, and it's a good tribute to Nellie and our life together. So
so we'd love to come and see you here. The only time we come to see is here at the Service.
Well, it's a venue that's supported me for over 10 years. I love playing here, and I was talking to people today that, I've seen the club change, I think, about 4 times. The stages have changed here, from the front of the club to the back of the club, and the one thing I love about the Services Club is the crowd is the same. It's the same faces, the same people come and support it. Tonight we had a full room. It was going off, and it was a really happy crowd. And I get excited about playing here because of that reason.
I see that excitement in your shows.
And my voice doesn't like it much because I over-sing and I yell and get into it. And, I've got one more show tomorrow and I've got a couple of days off to rest and get ready for the rest of the week.
You've got 5 more shows, I think,
I think I've got 5 more shows here and 2 at the Services Club. So I've got another 7 shows to go.
Wow, you'll get there. I guess
I'll just get my mates up to sing with me anyway.
Yeah, you've got a fantastic band too. Because I remember you used to have Will Day and you used to have Chris Starr.
Correct. Yeah. So Chris toured with me for over 20 years, and young Will Day, who's now playing now here at the Services Club. I worked with him for about 18 months and managed him for a couple of years, and it's good to see him doing what he's doing now, and he's got new management and he's doing his thing, and I just love watching him, and we're good mates. That's good. The Services Club is for anyone that hasn't come to Tamworth before, that's listening to your show, you've got to come and spend some time here because their programming over the week is just amazing. Luella Whit's back this year, and there's some great acts. So
they've got some great shows here. They've got reasonable price shows. I've seen prices a little bit higher elsewhere. A lot of people are a bit concerned about pricing, and there were some artists that couldn't make it here to Tamworth because of certain things happened and they had to cancel. And I think that used to always happen back in Tamworth January days, like going way back. I think that's always happened.
I think the ticketed thing is, especially now, we're really facing a high cost of living, to just get fuel to come here, accommodation, food, and then to buy tickets on top of that. It's really, really tough, but we really need to sort of just plan it a bit, because we really need people to support those ticketed shows as much as us free shows. And the reason I do free shows is I used to do ticketed. I know what it costs to get here, and I just went, I'm not going to charge anymore. I'm just going to do free shows. The people are what make us who we are, and for me to come here and do those free shows for people is what I want to do. But there are people out there that are doing ticketed shows. We need to sort of support them, but the cost of living is hard these days. So, we've just got to do what we're going to do. We've got to live our best life, which is my new single coming out in March. Yeah,
let's tell us about the new single.
It's a song I've written through, I wrote it starting in COVID. I think since the COVID time, I think people have been in lockdown so long and focusing on surviving and not living their best life, which is a better way of surviving. And I think doing the simple things of just going like a coffee with friends or fishing, or it doesn't have to be holidays in Hawaii or anything. It can be that if you want to, but just choosing to do things that get the best out of you to give you the best life. So I've written a song that I hope everyone gets the message of going out there and living your best life, and it just doing the simple things to get it. So, so that comes out in March. You'll get it on your show around the 27th. It's released, and then 31st for the public. That it gets released to the public. Little Sparrow, Karen will look after you, but I'll do your deal. I'm going to send it to you personally, so you get an exclusive before the 27th. How's that?
That will sound great.
Done, just for you and your listeners.
When I put it on
for
social
your support.
Media.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Col Finley.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us. All the best to all your fans, and love yous.
Thank you.